What's up, everybody? I'm gonna keep my head out of the fucking shot this time. I made those last two and I didn't even know my half my head was in all those shots. That's alright. They wouldn't promote those. They said election promoting. I have no fucking idea what that means. I definitely am not promoting any elections or any candidates. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a little experiment somewhat. Because you can't call somebody and say, hey, what the fuck are you guys doing with my videos? There's nothing wrong with it, you know. There's no phone, nobody's going to answer. There's no 800 YouTube. So I'm going to make a few short videos where I'm, you know, watch what I say, stay on one specific topic, don't go back and forth from topics, and just, so I have like 3 or 4 different videos, and then whichever ones they won't promote there, maybe I can narrow down the reasons for them not wanting to promote them, what I'm saying. Because I mean, if you look at videos on YouTube, most people favor a party. They're either Democratic or Republican, you know, left or right. I'm either, and I say that. So how the fuck am I promoting anybody's election? So this is going to be experiment video number 1. And it's going to make it 20 minutes long or something. But it's frustrating. Everybody sees the videos on YouTube. People talk mostly about politics and crap. So what am I doing? Are rules different for me? Yeah, and my friend said, he's probably right, that if they watch your videos and you don't say anything that they can really pull it for, but yet the topic doesn't agree with their agenda, they may just say whatever and pull it. And that's what they're doing, I think. He's right about that. They're just giving me any old thing and they're not going to promote it. Because they don't do like they used to. They used to, you know, censor everything. But they changed the whole system. You know, you can start your channel, talk shit about everything on your channel. Don't edit your video, just cuss, do whatever you want, talk shit about everybody. But nobody's gonna see those unless you try to promote them. You know, you're not gonna gain any footing, viewers or subs on your own like that. You have to have them push you in front of people. So they've locked it up that way. And so you go through the promotions, which you have to pay for. Excuse me. And I'll just do $5 promotions on everything, just to put it in front of people. Otherwise, you're just a fucking secret. Looks like somebody raked the trail here. Thank you. So this first one, I guess I'll talk a little bit about politics. I'll stick on that subject and then cut this off. Start another video. We'll go all race on that. No, I don't even know. I never know what I want to talk about. That's why I end up talking about different things. And one thing will lead to the other, because you're hiking up a trail, you're fucking hot and you're sweaty and you're talking about something. And then you mention one thing and it just leads you on another path. It's different than sitting in front of like a news desk talking to a camera. You know, this is hiking, pretending to talk to people. That's what it is. I'm a crazy person talking to myself right now, if you look at it that way. Because until I put the video on, I'm talking to myself. But it's therapeutic, man. I'm telling you, anybody who has frustrations with the world and everything, get a GoPro, go hiking, and fucking tape down what you're thinking while you hike. It's cleansing. I swear it's like a weight is lifted every time I do it. Because words that come out of your mouth, you know, even though it doesn't, things don't change that through that, but it's like you're fooling yourself into thinking it's like you're getting it out. But it is, I guess, whatever, if it works, it works. I mean, I didn't notice it till I started doing it. Like the first couple of times I did it, I'd be hiking and I wouldn't even know what to say. Sometimes I listened to them, they were just really stupid. But I would just put them out anyway. I never looked over them. Because I knew if I looked over them, I would never put any of them out. I'd be all insecure. So I just fucking put them up. I'll upload them without even looking at them. So when they fucking strike them, I don't know really don't know what it's about, because I usually never remember what I talked about. But it is therapeutic, man. It's like if you go to a fucking psychiatrist and you lay on the couch and they ask you things for an hour, they're just trying to get you to open up and say shit out loud. And they probably don't even fucking listen the whole time. And that's probably way more expensive than hiking up the hill. It's free. And talking to yourself. It's the same thing if you think about it. I was sitting on the psychiatrist's couch. Except this way, it really is like thinking out loud, because until you put it on YouTube, nobody sees it. Damn. And the air is just horrible. Well, see, okay, now here I go. I'm talking about the air. I need to stick to the slightly political area, because that's what this one's going to be. And I started talking about psychiatric. It's hard to stick to the subject. You're spilling your mind, because everybody's mind is boggled. Fuck, I can't even believe I'm hiking today. My legs are hurting big time. I got like a hamstring pulled. Oh, fuck. I did it anyway, man. Fuck it. Because, I mean, I guess when something hurts like that in your legs, if you sit around and fuck, I'm just gonna be cramping up and be in more pain. If I could just get out and do more, try to push through it, and it'll lead to better fitness. If you sit around in pain, you're just gonna sit around in pain. I'm not a doctor though, so. Doctors aren't even fucking doctors. Shit. Doctors are fucking prescription writers. Don't jump subjects, stay on the... It's so... the 3i Atlas thing was no, nothing happened. And I saw a little bit of the Epstein file, and if you can listen to my other videos, it was exactly what I said. I saw one little snippet about it. They didn't, they showed a couple pages and they were all blacked out. They did the same thing again. Nothing's gonna change. Nothing will ever change till you meet it with muscle. And that's what they're waiting for. They're waiting to be forced. And you can't do it with Freedom of Information Act. Nope. It goes back to the old-fashioned human relations, where if you know, you say, if you don't do this, this is going to happen. And if you don't do, you know, because they're just treading water through everything until people get really angry, and they know that's going to happen, because the people can only, you know, people are getting angry now because even the average person is realizing that the direction we're going, none of us asked for. None of us voted for any of that. And it's so clear and obvious now that hopefully that will unite the two sides. Because we'll never get anything with two sides. I watch this shit about reptilians too, man. You know, I don't know about all that shit. I don't try to think about things that I've never seen myself to verify, you know. But they said their tactic is to divide and conquer. So if they run the government, they're above, you know, if they're running everything behind the scenes, then they're the ones pushing the agendas on each party. And it's always seemed like we were being ruled by a different life force, because like if a couple of us get together and we say, oh, we're going to try to take over the world, man, we're going to make a plan that's going to be about 10, 20, 30 years long for it to be a conclusion, right? They've had the plan for over 100 years. So what human makes a plan that's going to be more than their lifespan? Because even if you're doing it for the generations ahead of you or come after you, you're just not going to do that much planning outside of your lifespan. You're going to, you know, and so like all these people, like when Bush Sr. died, you know, he was the one that said, we're going to have a new world order, not the ways of the jungle. You know. And he died, so humans can only contribute so much to the plan in their lifespan. So these things that they say live thousands of years or whatever, that would make sense. Because when they do long-term plans, like the 100-year plan to them is nothing. And if you're something that lives 1,000 years and you're ruling over a species that only lives, 80 years, the advantages you're going to have in everything, technology, everything, knowledge, everything, generational knowledge, everything. So you're going to have way more advantages being that 1,000-year-old. And come to think of it, if we are ruled by them, and we know that lifespans used to be hundreds of years long ago, humans live longer, way longer, then we can pretty much figure out who's the one poisoning the food and everything, because we know who's doing it. It's one particular group from a particular country. It's supposed to be our ally. They've been the ones doing it, but what's behind them? That's the question. Because it just doesn't seem right that, we are enslaved, but they want a completely contained, controlled, species. I want us all in one place, and not to be able to go. And that's what they're doing now. Actually, when I just went to breakfast this morning, and down there in Arcadia, they're building 3 big fucking Agenda 2030 buildings. And it's like right in the middle of the fucking, right next to doctor's office buildings and shit. And that's where they want everybody. And they've already opened some of them up down there. It's like $3,000 a month for a piece of shit small bedroom, 2-bedroom apartment. In a fucking fully Wi-Fi'd building. It's just radiated. You live in those buildings, your lifespan's cut 30 years easily. I mean, if even that, because if you get cancer, you're dead. Because I was working, I was installing water meters in these. They were those type of buildings down in LA, and I bring my EMF meter to see if if I was getting any harmful radiation, and everywhere in there's the whole fucking place is radiated everywhere. So, and those are going to be the Section 8 places. They're built the same as the places for the other people that they're going to charge $3,000. It's all the same. It's weird. It's like you go in that place, you feel like you're in a elementary school. It's like on Washington Boulevard down there in LA, we're in the shitty area. Oh, I should probably cut this video off. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut this one off, start another one up in a few minutes here, and head up the hill. Peace.